as well. She's an awesome vegan cook, so definitely look her. I know if you and your finance is by oil, or you can soak him. Just go ahead and do it. Okay, well go ahead. We're gonna wait for that to because we're just gonna add the vegetables in our. Alright, right now we're just gonna curry. Hey friend, welcome back to my channel. It's Lit to Be Fit. Today I'm doing a Rachel Amma inspired Caribbean dish that I'm going to recreate a few of her dishes from her channel.
If you're new, my name is Rachel Amma. Now this week,
She's an awesome vegan cook, so definitely look her up to get some vegan inspired dishes. Alright, so today I'm going to make 4 dishes from the Rachel Amma Caribbean Feast inspired dish, and that will consist of a quinoa and red kidney bean mix, as well as a Jamaican jerk lentil, and broccoli and kale mix is going to be roasted. It's so good. As well as the chana, and that is garbanzo bean or chickpea based. I also will be adding just a couple of sweet potatoes to that dish, just because we want to use those before they go bad. Alright guys, so diving right in, we're going to get into the jerk lentils. So we're going to start by dicing up some red onion, getting that nice and diced up, and you can dice that however you would like. Love Sunday, meal prep day. I like to dice mine kind of fine. Alright friends, so now that we have the onions peeled, we're just going to go ahead and add those to the plate here. Actually, that's the first thing that we're going to get on. We're going to go ahead and actually grate this ginger real quick. So I like to do the spoon method where you're just basically taking the skin off with the spoon. Alright, so we're going to start by adding our oil, or you can saute in water if you prefer. Onions into the pan.
lots of ginger, garlic, and onions.
Woo, gotta work them biceps on this one. Biceps, triceps. Alright friend, after you finish grating the ginger, you're just going to cut up the green onions or scallions along with the ginger. Bye bye. My dukes. Alright friend, now that you have seasoned with a bit of salt and black pepper, go ahead and add in the scallions or green onions as well as the ginger. Alright, now for the jerk seasoning. And if it starts to stick, you can just put a little bit of water in there. We have our mix together. Now we're going to go ahead and add in the lentils. Chopped tomatoes. Get all of the seasonings and the mix together. You can also do this with fresh tomatoes. I just actually was in a rush today, so I didn't have time for looking and getting in line. Oh my goodness, it was so crazy in the stores today. Sundays are usually really packed, busy food days, I would say. I feel like lentils cook up similar to rice, so I used 1 cup of rice. So I'm going to use 2 cups of vegetable stock. Add that vegetable stock in there. Let that infuse all the other good flavors. To bring out the Caribbean jerk flavors, you can add a tablespoon of your favorite maple syrup. Alright friend, now we're just going to pop the lid on top. Let that cook. This is how it comes out. Delish. And now dish number 2. Alright now friends, so we're going to cut up the ginger. And just throw that in there. Be sure to chop and add your scallions. That's me trying to clean this back up. And I love onions, so I do typically use them all. For this sake, I'm just going to use half only because the container is not that big. But this is the onions, the spring onions, the red onions, and then the ginger here at the bottom. So it comes out as a paste, and this is the paste that we're going to saute, kind of like a seasoning. Starting with adding the oil to the pan. I usually use olive oil or avocado oil, whatever your preference. Just always like to make sure my pan is coated nicely. Coat me nicely, says the pot. Anyway, now for the paste. Alright friends, starting off with our seasonings for Chana. We're going to have a teaspoon of all of this. So you've got your turmeric, curry, cumin, paprika, allspice, thyme, parsley, salt and pepper to taste. So I'm going to just put a teaspoon of all of that in here and get it mixed in. Alright, so we have our spice mix. This here. Woo! Okay, good. And now for the chickpeas.
Hey. Like she said, yeah.
Now go ahead and add a cup of chopped tomatoes. Don't forget the sweet potatoes, as well as a can of coconut milk. Yummy. Unfortunately, camera died right before the last two dishes. So for the kale and broccoli roast, just add your kale, broccoli, garlic, seasonings, and olive oil. And for the quinoa and beans, saute scallions and garlic in oil. Then add the quinoa, beans, and a can of coconut milk. All right, so in the prep containers, we have the spicy Caribbean jerk lentils, the fluffy quinoa and beans,
Oh yes.
the slightly crispy roasted kale and broccoli. Lastly, the chana or curried flavored chickpea.
Look at that.
And for the final plate. And you can never go wrong with a little added nutrition. I like to add hemp hearts to all my final plates, just for a little extra protein, omegas, and fiber. There you have it, friend. Our quinoa and beans, Jamaican jerk lentils, roasted broccoli and kale, chana, a little bit of avocado, and hemp hearts on top. Disfruta! Mwah.